This podcast is for entertainment purposes only, not medical advice. Did you know that penetration is out? Well, not all the way. And the clitoris is in? Okay, we are going there today on Rebranding Menopause Podcast, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I am so excited to have Jacklyn Iannitti from Integrative Pelvic Wellness, or Integrative, tell me.
Integrative Pelvic Wellness.
Integrative Pelvic Wellness, yes. We're going to be talking about everything. We're going to be talking about the neglected vagina, right?
Yeah, nobody talks about it.
Everyone talks about HRT and all these things, but no one really talks about the cute little vagina.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that.
All the things.
Right? We're going to talk about prolapse. We're going to talk about the fact that Kegels might be out. Is this true?
They're not trending as much as they
Kegels,
have been.
Announcement, people, Kegels are not trending. So when you're at the stop sign and you're supposed to be squeezing, maybe you don't have to.
Maybe you don't. Do something a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. And we know you know all the things.
Yeah.
You are so amazing. We see you.
you.
You're very proactive in this space. And I've used you a few times on segments with News 12. We've had a really good time. And I think that you are super smart in this area. And I'm excited to sit down and talk to you about the vagina.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about let's talk about pleasure in general. Okay. Orgasms.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So if we're going to talk about it from a place of pelvic floor and pelvic floor health, we're going to think about what's happening as we age and what's happening to the tissue, right? So I would say that even though we said penetration is out, let's just say the main star is the clitoris, right?
And it's not clitoris, people. Just so you know, it's clitoris. So say it correctly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or you could say clit, whatever feels right for you.
Right.
So yeah.
Jay, what feels right for you? Jay's speechless. Jay has been speechless all day. We've been here since 9 o'clock in the morning and it's almost 4 p.m. And he's all out of vagina talk. Anyway.
So yeah, if we're going to talk about the actual anatomy of it and what happens during sex and intimacy, the vagina itself doesn't have as many nerve endings as the clitoris. So we can't neglect the clit when it comes to sex and intimacy and achieving an orgasm, because that's where the main event is going to happen. But when you think about what an actual orgasm is, it has to do with relaxation and contraction of the pelvic floor muscles. So in conjunction with other things, but the muscles have to be strong and they have to know how to relax in order to achieve a good orgasm.
So how do you relax that muscle?
So yeah, the pelvic floor, if you think about it, you hear a lot about relieve tension, or you have to strengthen it. But there's other things that are involved with pelvic floor health than relieve tension and strengthen. There's like coordination, there's integrity of the musculature.
You can have your vagina coordination?
You have to have it coordinated.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my. How many people are there coordinating the vagina?
Yeah, because if you think of the pelvic floor itself, it's not just the floor of the pelvis.
Right.
It works in conjunction with everything else. And I've said conjunction about a million times, but think about it as a house, right? You have the floor of your house, which is the floor, the pelvic floor. You have the top, which is your roof, but that's your diaphragm. So that sits right under the rib cage. You have your deep core muscles, and then everybody's been talking about them. Your deep core, right? Those are your transverse, those are your siding. And then the back, you have your their little back muscles, and they run down your spine and they work with your pelvic floor as a whole team.
Ah, very interesting.
So that's why when you look at
so
pelvic
it is a
floor,
team
it is
effort.
a team.
Yeah.
It is a team. So that's why when you say like Kegels, do Kegels, but
it's more than that.
It's more than that.
Right.
And a lot of people, when they're doing Kegels, they're squeezing their butt. They're either sucking in or pushing out. It's not effective. I use it as a tool so people understand that part of their body. But as far as like an exercise, like a gold standard exercise, I'm not going to say sit there and do Kegels, while you're brushing your teeth.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what would be a strengthening routine someone would typically see when they come in to strengthen their pelvic floor? What would that look like? What could it look like?
It could look so different on
for everybody,
right? Because some people have incontinence, right? And so many women, as we age, the risk of incontinence, it increases.
Okay, so when you say incontinence, tell people what you mean by that.
So you could have stress incontinence,
which is
when you sneeze, cough, laugh, you urinate,
okay,
or some leaking happens.
Yeah.
Or urge incontinence, where you can't hold it, right? Or you can have a mix of both, stress and urge.
Okay.
So it depends on where your incontinence is coming from, and also why it's happening. So it just might not be that you have a weak pelvic floor. There may be some tension in some areas, or the whole thing where you're holding tension. So if you're thinking about it like from a muscle standpoint, because your pelvic floor are muscles.
Okay.
It's skeletal muscle. So think of your bicep, your quads, your hamstrings. It's the same thing, except we don't think about it because it's supposed to automatically respond. Right? You're not thinking, oh, what is my pelvic floor doing when I do a jumping jack?
Right.
Right? It's supposed to work.
Right.
So when we actually break down the system, there are different things that could be happening within that system, that pelvic floor system, that could be contributing to the leaking.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be just the pelvic floor. It could be the coordination, right? So when you are jumping or sneezing or coughing, it's not coordinated enough to hold in whatever you have to hold in.
So everybody's not working in conjunction.
Yeah.
Like the plumber and the electrician are off for the day.
Or they're not communicating.
Not
It's like,
the
just
building
text.
the house. It's just that they're just not communicating.
Yes.
Okay. That, I have to use different analogies in my brain.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Exactly. So basically, I think a lot of women, and this is just me talking, I think a lot of women have been, especially older women, not younger women, because younger women these days, what I hear about younger women and what they do, like some of them are just out to have sex and have a good time and they don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, like if you ever did that, you would be ostracized. Like that just wouldn't happen. And I actually think it's gone a little bit too far in that direction. But people my age or older, a lot of us have been programmed that the male is getting all this pleasure, right? And that you're along for the ride, having a good time, but not necessarily the focus. I'd say 50%, maybe 70%, right? So if penetration isn't doing it for you like it used to when you were young, like the fireworks aren't going off, then you have to explore other things. Yes. And so it could be on your own, it could be with your partner. And I think a lot of women are afraid to bring it up to their partner because they don't want them to feel like they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But when you're in a relationship for so long, how do you then tell someone after 30 years, dude, this is not working for me anymore? This is not
working. So
I'm asking for a friend, of course.
I think in general, the whole topic of sex and intimacy is not spoken about as often as it should be within relationships, not within relationships. People don't speak up on what they desire and what they want,
right? What
they want. It's just kind of programmed, hey, we're in a relationship now and let's just have sex.
Right.
And then as you go through all these changes, right, things just don't feel the same, or things just aren't as pleasurable as they used to be.
Right.
So
unless you don't, like when you're in a long relationship, it's fun to try new things, even things you never thought you would try before.
Yeah.
And as long as your partner's open to it, then that's cool.
Because if you're thinking about it when you're older and you've been in a relationship, it's not for childbearing anymore.
Right.
It's literally adult play.
Right.
It's a sensory experience.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be the same thing where you could like clock it to the minute.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Not the same thing. Okay, how much time do you have? I have 3 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
So from an experience, it's an experience. So when you're looking at it from sex and intimacy as a whole, you need to change it because desire changes. There's two different types of desire. There's spontaneous desire and there's responsive desire. So spontaneous is just like, you know, you see your husband and you're like, oh my God, he's so hot. I could have sex right now.
Right.
Or responsive is just like, you know, I need to feel a little bit buttered up. I kind of need a little bit more to be in the mood. But then once you're in the mood, you're like, oh, this is great. Right. I knew we should do this.
You need the mental stimulation.
Yes.
You know, and I think that that's not emphasized enough. Mm-hmm. And especially, you know, with younger women, I don't think just even it's a whole other story, but even the whole dating scene, it's like, okay, we're going to Snapchat and meet here. Mm-hmm. There is no more chivalry. And like, I like that, you know, like opening a door and, you know, doing things a little bit more, I guess, I don't even want to say old fashioned. It's just what you think is good for you.
Yeah. The way of the world.
Maybe people like that. Let's just meet and have sex and that's good for me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe good for them, you know? Right,
and
Jay?
I think people are exploring desires a little bit more, right? It's maybe the movie, is it Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman? And
I didn't see it. Should I see it?
Yeah. I think it portrays.
Oh, wait a second. That's not the one where she's dating a younger guy.
Yes.
I am watching that right now.
Yeah.
I just was watching the first episode.
Yeah.
Where she wants to be told what to do.
She has a desire.
She has desire, right? Because she's like, she's a very powerful woman and she's always in charge. And I guess she doesn't want to feel that way all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hot for her, for this young kid to tell her what to do. And she's like dying over it.
And then different desires, like if that's lacking in your relationship that you've been in for so long, and you're not able to communicate that, it's kind of suppressed. Put
on Baby Girl with your husband or your partner and just say you really like this.
There's a lot of
amazing
things. There's a lot of different things that, you know, there's erotic novels. A lot of people are reading smutty books.
Right.
There's also auditory. There's this app called Quinn. And if you don't want to read a book or if you don't want to watch porn, you could open up Quinn and it's erotic audibles.
Oh, wow.
So the little snips, like little clips that you could listen to if that's kind of sets you in the mood. But also it's like foreplay is really huge. Yeah. And not a lot of people also think about foreplay as being part of sex. It is... Penetrative sex is sex. That's what people think about a lot, right?
Right.
But the whole act of sex is everything.
Yeah.
It's touches, it's kisses.
It's the music.
It's everything.
Is it dark? Is it whatever you like?
Yeah.
You know, it's all that.
For sure. So if these aren't communicated to your partner, then you're lacking that desire that you need.
Right.
And then that doesn't put you in the mood. And then
and then you get pissed off and you're frustrated. Like, this isn't what I expected, or this isn't what I wanted, or this just isn't what I like.
Yeah. And then that goes into, it's low libido.
Right.
But is it low libido?
Right.
Maybe it's low libido, right?
It could be low libido, but it could be the fact that you're just not doing what you need.
Yes.
Or liking what's going on.
Yes. You're not liking the sex that you're having.
Yeah. And
or
very interesting.
It could be low libido. But to
you should give it a try first to create the experience that you want and communicate with your partner that maybe you can try an experience a little bit more
novelty,
intimate, a little bit something different. And then after a while, if that doesn't go well for you, then maybe it will be low libido. Mm-hmm. But I think like 9 times out of 10, it's not low libido. It's just, you need to spruce shit up.
Change it.
Yeah.
If something's not working, change it.
Yeah.
Or experience something else.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah. Spice it up.
So tell me, I know you have some spicy things next to you. Can we see them?
Yes.
Please.
Yes. So as we age, we do tend, part of pelvic floor health is increasing blood flow, right? So we want to get blood flow to the space. So if you don't want to use a vibrator as part of pleasure, you could use it as a tool, a therapeutic tool to help with blood flow to the area.
Interesting.
Yes.
I love it. So you're not looking at it like you're just masturbating. You're looking at it like you are doing therapy to your body.
Yes.
That is very important. I need therapy.
And then if you want
Everyone needs some therapy.
Yes. If you want to enjoy it, you can.
Right.
But if you're
now,
like,
who wouldn't enjoy therapy?
I do. So this is
Let's
just
see.
It could be external, internal device. But this is
Right,
a
this
vibrator.
could be external.
Yep, external.
This is so
to space.
soft.
It is.
Now, how does this go on?
There's a button on it.
Where the hell is the button?
Nice and discreet.
Okay, nice and discreet.
And
whoa. Whoa.
It's not that loud. So it was created by a mom.
Discreet.
Yeah, it was created by a mom.
Oh my, you can't hear it, Jay? Wait a second, can you hear it now?
Sounds like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
So you could probably do this at night while your partner's sleeping and no one's going to hear it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. But if you want to
What
include,
brand is this? What brand is this?
Elixir Play.
Okay, and I saw them when I went to see Dr. Mary Claire Haver, Dr. Casperson,
Yes.
Dr. Vonda Wright. This company was at the event, so I did see a lot of their products. Oh my God, this even goes higher.
Yes.
Holy shit.
If you want it,
Jay.
if you need a little bit more, you're more than welcome to.
Wow.
But it's, like I said, it's up to your pleasure and
Right.
what you need for individuality. But if you want to include your partner, then this is something that could be for both of you. So this would be obviously on the penis, and then this is shaped as a vulva. So then it would go against the clitoris. So clitoris is the star of the show.
Clitoris is always the star of the show.
Yes.
So this goes around the pishodil. This goes on the clitoris. And how does this go on?
The button's on the
that's right
bottom.
here.
Yeah.
Does this really fit around someone's?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah?
I'm like, yeah, it does.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so this has different speeds as well. Mm-hmm. Interesting. And pulses.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see that?
And sex and intimacy, it's a sensory experience.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of the time, some people complain of a lack of intensity of orgasm or inability to orgasm. So if that's the case, I'll ask like a bunch of different questions. So in order to be able to fully experience a sexual experience, you have to get out of your head. Mm-hmm. So if you're having 7,000 tabs open.
Right. Close the
then,
tabs before you.
Yeah, the ability to actually experience what's happening in the moment is going to prevent you from having an orgasm or achieve one that's like really good.
Right. Like if you're trying to have sex and the dogs are barking and people are coming in and out of your house, not necessarily a great time.
Yeah.
But if you actually create an experience and, you know that time will be uninterrupted, that would be a great.
Yeah. Unless the thrill of people being around kind of,
Okay. Yeah.
then that will add to the pleasure.
Right.
But it really depends on what you like. And that's
everyone's so different.
everybody,
right?
even couples that have been together for so long. And I mean, I have clients that have been together for 30 years.
Wait, do you have clients as couples?
couples? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
No way. That's so cool.
Yeah. So, because mismatching libidos is very big. Like what, you think is I have a high libido, right? Your partner may have something that's not matching. Mm-hmm. So it's not about trying to get them to match. It's about trying to work with what you have as a couple.
Right.
So then what do you do, right? But it's understanding what you desire and then being able to communicate that.
Right. Because I guess if one person has the desire to have sex all the time and the other one maybe wants to just do it once a week, then what do you tell them in that situation?
It depends. Can you look at other things that are stimulating for both of you as a couple? Does it have to be penetration? Could it be other things? Could it be oral sex? Could it be like maybe one person wants like the more sensual and kind of cuddling while the other person likes penetrative sex? So like how do you work together to decipher?
Right, and to satisfy each person in the relationship.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the main takeaway is that the clitoris or the clitoris is the star of the show.
Yes.
That is the main takeaway here.
Yes.
But, all right, let's see what else you have in your little bag of tricks over here.
This is another vibrator. And this one is a little bit different kind. It's a 2-for-1er.
Wow.
Because this is clitoral stimulation, but internally also.
Okay.
So you could do both. This one is a different brand, but has different levels. Yes.
I love it. Okay, so let's put this on.
Yes.
So this has different levels, so you can just... Oh, and easy access. So you have, you can put your fingers in here.
And when it comes to lube and lubrication, because these are silicone toys or the product is silicone, you don't want to use, it's not best to use a silicone lube because it could break down the material.
Oh, okay.
So you can use...
So you want to be protective of your toys.
Yes, but you can use an oil-based or water-based. But when you do use any type of lubrication, you want to make sure that it's good for your vagina. Not every lube is good for you. There's a ton of lube out there.
Right.
But you just need to make sure it feels good for you.
Right. So is there any, your typical lube in the stores, like, we won't say what they are, but they rhyme with, hey, guy. Like, are those, those really aren't that great.
No, not that
we don't want
great.
to say any names.
Yeah.
And Jay, what was the other one? What was it? Windowsill. The other one rhymes with windowsill. Are you getting it?
I would say
stay away from those.
Yeah, definitely look for ones that have really high quality ingredients, no parabens, no sulfates.
Right, because you're putting that inside your body, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you think about it, when you want to be conscious of your skincare and what you're putting on your skin, it's the same that's going into your vagina, right?
Yeah, because you have to maintain a good pH. Your vagina is a little bit more on the acidic side. So anything that disrupts that microbiome could lead to bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections. You could get UTIs.
So how do you clean these babies?
I would say Medicine Mama has like a vaginal soap. You could use toy cleaners or you could use like a good Medicine Mama they have like a natural pH balance vulva wash.
Okay.
That you could just use that. But definitely make sure you do clean them.
Yeah. So tell us about these little this is Intimate Glide.
That's a lube.
So Medicine Mama. So you like this brand, Medicine Mama.
Yes, Medicine Mama I do recommend a lot to my patients.
Can I open this?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And now, where are they based out of? And can you buy all these things online?
You can buy them online, and they have them they have some products in Whole Foods.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So you could get them on Amazon, on their website. There is this new product, which is a vaginal suppository. And if you're experiencing any symptoms like genital-urinary syndrome of menopause.
Ooh, this feels good.
Yes, glidey.
Wow. This
glidey.
This is nice and glidey.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You could use these. This is hyaluronic acid.
So what if you use the hyaluronic suppository acid and then use the Glide?
So you would use the suppository consistently throughout the week, like 2 to 3 times a week. And then the Glide you would use during sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this is like a weekly thing that you'll continue, and this is like an as needed basis.
Okay, so tell me, what else do we have here? Wait, this is called a lipstick?
Lipstick.
Stop
you can't
it, guys.
neglect your lips.
Lipstick, and not these
and
lips.
Not the
We're talking different lips
yes.
here.
We're talking different lips. And it is so cute. I love it.
Look at that.
I love it. So your skin is the largest organ, right? So if we're putting on all these facial skincare, like you have a 9-step facial routine.
Right.
And why are you neglecting your vulva?
Right.
Right? Why? Because that needs love. Love.
This is another thing that needs to go on my bedstand. My nightstand is overflowing with product, HRT, and now this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lipstick and vulva balm.
Vulva balm.
Daily moisturizer. Just like you moisturize your face.
Another thing to moisturize. Guys, this is getting to be a lot. Now I have to add this to my vagina care routine.
You can't neglect vagina and vulva, because if you think about it from a tissue standpoint, you want to make sure that the area is hydrated. It has like glide, because if not, if you are having sex, like penetrative sex, that will have friction. If you don't have anything to glide against the friction, little tears can happen, and you don't want
that's
that.
painful.
Yeah, that's painful. Yeah, you don't want to have pain with sex. If you have pain with sex, then you're going to fear sex, and if you fear sex, anything like any intimate experience, you're like, oh no, it's not going to be great.
Right. It's like you have post-traumatic stress syndrome.
And some people do experience that.
Yeah. So if people, tell us about the people that come to you. Tell us about, well, one thing that I do love about your service is that a lot of providers that take insurance, the wait is through the roof. It could be 3 to 4 months before you see someone that specializes in pelvic floor strengthening, right? And most of the time when you finally do, you're getting 10 minutes, bing, bang, boom. And it's like very specific things that are covered under insurance. With you, I feel like the appointment is longer and it is specific towards that person's needs, not necessarily towards what's covered under insurance.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I am an out-of-network provider, and I do that because I really value my patients and what their experience is. And from a therapy standpoint, you could go to therapy for a really long time and you're like, didn't work for me, right? Or it's just ongoing, and it's dictated by what insurance thinks that you need, right? So for me, I don't want you to be reliant on me. I want to be able to figure out what is it that you need to be fully supported, so then we could get to the root of the problem ASAP
and fix it.
And then fix it, right? Well, I don't want to say fix, because we're
make
not
it better,
broken, right?
Make it better.
Support. Right? I want to support you in whatever you're experiencing, so then you don't need me. And then you could just kind of do your own thing, because a lot of women are coming to me for things that have been going on for a really long time, and they don't know who to go to. They've been shuffled to every single doctor and nobody can figure out what it is.
Right.
And then some doctor be like, well, that sounds like pelvic floor, right? And then finally I'm working with somebody and they're just so like defeated.
Yeah.
And it's so
Well, it's
sad.
almost like medical gaslighting in a way, because they don't, I feel like a lot of people don't, or a lot of doctors don't know exactly how to treat it.
Of course.
They really don't.
They don't.
I mean, you think about the menopause certified providers in the country, there's 4,300 of them. There's 6 million people going through menopause. How does that add up? It doesn't.
Yeah.
And the same thing with your situation, because you're so specialized. And I also tell my friends that I use a functional medicine doctor, and I have to pay out of pocket sometimes. Like sometimes I pay $250 a year just to go to her. And my friends are like, "Oh my God, that's a lot." And I'm like, "Bitch, you spend more than that on dinner on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put that towards your health? Are you crazy? Like, this is not, you have to be preventative. You have to try and have some longevity in your life and some ways to combat things without always going to the doctor when there's only a problem."
Yeah.
Right?
No, I totally, I'm an occupational therapist.
Yeah.
So like my whole like jam is quality of life because you could live, right? But what's your quality of life with living?
Right. You're living till you're 90, but are you
living
pickleball up until you're 80, 85? Or are you, walking around in a wheel, in a walker?
I mean, I totally agree with that. So I get to the root of the problem ASAP so we could work and create a treatment plan and have those symptoms stop so you can go to pickleball, so you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to therapy and individualized therapy without the constraints of an insurance company, then I truly take in your goals and what you want to do. It's not my therapy. It's what you want to do, right?
Right.
So that's what a treatment plan is geared towards. And a lot of it is embedding all this function into a treatment plan. So it's training the pelvic floor to do what it has to do instead of, just sitting there and doing Kegels.
That's what I love about you is that not only are you very proficient and educated in physical training, but the pelvic floor health, but then you throw in the sexual health on top of it. And it's just, I think that you really specialize in things that are very rare.
Voodoo. It's nobody wants to talk about it.
Nobody does talk about it. And you're so open about it. And you make it fun and you make it just as a matter of fact. What's for lunch? How's your clitoris?
How's your orgasm?
How's your orgasm? Yeah.
Yeah, because
how's your vibrator?
Yes.
You're so good at that. You make me feel so comfortable holding this thing. I'm just
waving it around.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love everything that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have to come and see your space.
I know you
Where are you located?
So I'm located at 3436 Bell Boulevard, but I don't want it to be medicalized at all because people that are coming to me are experiencing things that they don't really want to talk about or they're embarrassed by. So the least medical, the better. So it is an energy healing space. It is so comfy, cozy. It has
I love that.
Candles everywhere. I love it so much.
That's great.
And then
it's not white coat syndrome.
It's not. It is, let's calm your nervous system because that's a whole other thing that we could talk about for the longest time. Let's calm your nervous system so then we could actually speak about what's going on.
So how do you get someone to calm their nervous system? What is the procedure when someone comes to see you? Really quickly. I know it's a long.
Yeah. So it is an initial eval. So I'm with them for 90 minutes and I do run over, but that's my problem.
90 minutes.
That's my problem. That's a me problem.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because
that's great.
Yeah. Because you can't just be like, hey, somebody come in, drop your pants. I'm going to do an internal exam. That's crazy. Right. That's just nuts to me. Right.
Do you do internal exams?
Yeah. If it's, if the person's up to it and they feel comfortable, if I feel comfortable, it's definitely a conversation. But most of the time I do intervaginal or interrectal. So
what?
Yeah, because pelvic floor muscles, it's not just your vagina.
Wow, stop it.
Yes, because pelvic floor health is pooping too.
Is it really?
Yes.
How do I not know this? There's a lot of shit I don't know about my own body. I need to get in touch with myself.
Yes, and that is
in touch with my clitoris or my clitoris or whatever it is.
100%, and that is something that I
need another episode with you. This is not going to cut it.
Recommend is doing a self-exam because you're told to do breast exams, which we have to do them all the time. But the same thing is, I hear this all the time. Women come in and they don't want to look at their vulva. They don't want to touch it. They think it's ugly. It's been through a lot. It had kids. It's done all these things, right?
It's a battered situation down there in some instances. Or if you've had it revamped, it could look cute too.
Or not even revamped.
Right.
It's part of you, right? So if you could get familiar with your vulva and touch it and experience it, if you know what it's like when something's not wrong, right? Then when something is wrong, or God forbid something's wrong, then you could bring it to a doctor because there are other things dermatologically that happen also that there's this thing called lichen sclerosis that people
Oh my God,
get.
I just heard of this and it's so upsetting. I think, doesn't Gwyneth Paltrow have it? I think she's very open about it.
I'm not too sure, but
Yeah, I think
stay
she
off
does.
social media. No.
But I think that that's one thing that I never do. I never look at my vagina.
Go home. Get a mirror.
This is my takeaway.
Spread your legs.
I'm going to take a full-blown look at my vagina.
And look at the parts. Like, where's your clitoris? Where's your clitoral hood? Where's your vaginal opening?
Could you imagine that I won't look at my vagina?
And this
Why?
is why we need
Is
to
that
normalize
crazy?
it. We need to normalize these conversations, because if not, then people won't go to the doctor when something's wrong.
Right. If you can say, okay, this is my vagina. It looks adorable. It's cute.
Yes.
And then maybe next month when you look at it, you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's not so
feels
cute.
right.
Something feels weird.
There's a bump. There's a lump. Because you could get things that are down below also. It's not just, that have to be like, let's say, cancers or dermatological experiences.
What is that called again? I'm sorry.
Lichen sclerosis?
Lichen sclerosis. And what is lichen sclerosis? Isn't it atrophy of the vulva?
Not necessarily. It's a skin condition. So you could have like
lesions.
Yes. Yeah. And it could cause like bleeding. It could cause pain. Yeah. So I would say when.
And how do you get that? Is it because you have lost estrogen?
No.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's different variability wise for people, but I'm pretty sure it's like an autoimmune thing.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Okay.
So
okay.
I have to look at it.
This has been so interesting. I really absolutely loved this whole conversation.
Thank you.
And I need to have you back because there's so many more questions that 40 minutes just is not going to cover.
We opened the pelvic floor bag.
Yes, we opened the pelvic floor bag. We opened the clitoris bag, the vagina bag, and now it's up to you to continue and to check Jacklyn out. Can you tell them where to find you on Instagram?
Yes, you could find me at Integrative Pelvic Wellness. You'll find a lot of weightlifting and...
Yeah, no, she has a great Instagram page, so check it out. She's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Okay, guys, that's it for now for Rebranding Menopause Podcast. Thanks a lot for coming, and remember to hit that subscribe button.
Hey, New York. I'm Harvey, proud owner of Optics and veteran in the eyewear industry. Consider this. Why would someone have a closet full of shoes but only a few pair of glasses when eyewear is the only accessory that completely changes the way you look, feel, and the way you're perceived? At Optics, Cartier, Chanel, Dior, Lindbergh headline our extensive collection of luxury eyewear. Our opticians are trained to style and fit your face to ensure that when you leave Optics, your friends will be wondering where you shop.